Valerian. How are you today?
Alex, good to see you again. How are you?
Good, I'm good. So I'm just going to ask you a couple of questions just so we can give our viewers an idea of what it's like to be a scribe. So how would you describe life without a transcriptionist?
All my clinical career, taking care of patients, we didn't have scribes. So before the onset of computers, we would write on paper everything that we did. So I'd be doing a history and present illness with a patient or talking to them about medications. I'd have to then turn around and write everything down that I did, or else it doesn't exist. I have to put it in a medical record in order to be able to fine-tune why the patient came and saw me, what is the current issue that they're complaining about, any other medical problems associated with that chief complaint, and then look at their past medical history, past surgical history, and family history are all related around what I'm doing for the patient. But everything we do has to get written down.
Right.
So my work had to be balanced between taking care of the patient and what's going on paper.
Okay, that's awesome.
And up till maybe 15 years ago, we really didn't have scribes in the workplace. So when scribes came along, it's like, okay, good, we can spend less time with the computer and more time with the patient. But scribes then, before Skywriter, they were right here next to me or following me, almost like a shadow, documenting everything I did back then on paper. Today, it'd be on a computer, a laptop, or a tablet, but they would still be in the room.
Yeah.
So they'd be in the room with the patient, seeing them, they'd be in the room hearing private issues with the patient's health, and it'd be kind of impersonal in terms of having another person in the room that is a total stranger. In healthcare, you build a trust with the patient.
Right.
So it's a patient-physician relationship. In emergency medicine, that trust has to be pretty instantaneous to go in and get the best history. If you don't trust your clinician, you're really not going to get enough comfort in you to tell the physician everything that's going on.
Exactly.
So we may miss something that's critical to the care of the patient. So building that trust is essential. Today, with Skywriter, we can do both.
Right.
We can have describing functionality remotely, and Skywriter now is listening in on the interaction with the physician and the patient, and then simultaneously documenting in the EMR. What that does is two things. One, the person's not in the vision of sight of the patient, so there's trust building between the patient and clinician.
Right.
But two, it allows the workflow for the clinicians to focus on the patient, which is the real reason why we all went into medicine, is take care of the patient, not take care of documentation.
Right.
So, like the tagline says, Skywriter takes the doc out of documentation, puts it in a virtual stance so that I can take care of you as a patient.
That's awesome. So you would say that Skywriter as a whole has a really big impact on physician and patient relationships.
Absolutely. In terms of adoption, physicians like the Skywriter methodology because it removes them from the extra work that they have to do to take care of patients today. That extra work, compounded through a day, compounded through their career, causes a lot of stress because now you have to go get information, you have to document information, you have to utilize technology in a non-purposeful manner, and it just adds more work in terms of delivering care for you. That adds to the burnout issue. So what we're doing at Skywriter is removing that extra stress, reducing the workload on the clinical patient interaction, and then allow better care for the patient. The other side of the coin is patient satisfaction. That patient now has a direct line of sight with a clinician, face to face. The eye contact is necessary to build trust, better outcomes with patient satisfaction, higher patient satisfaction scores are produced because now you have a better relationship with the care.
That's awesome. Well, that's all the questions that I have for you today, Dr. Valerian. Thank you so much for coming and take the time out and speak with us.
You're
today.
very welcome. My pleasure. Let's go get our gifts.